Under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, first Deputy President of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Honorary President of the Bahrain Disabled Sports Federation, the second charity race for disabled individuals was organized by the Bahrain Disabled Sports Federation in cooperation with Bahrain Triathlon Federation. It was held behind the Bahrain National Stadium, Isa Sport City. The race corresponds with His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa's initiatives, which aims to integrate disabled people with all segments of society. The race was conducted by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Al Khalifa, President of the Bahraini Association for the Disabled. The event included several races, of which the main was a 3 kilometers general race for hearing and visually impaired contestants and those with mild mental and learning disabilities. Participants with motor disabilities and cerebral palsy were on bicycles and hand cycles. The event included a 1 kilometer race for 11 to 13-year-olds, a 100-meter race for children aged 6 to 8 years, a 500 meters race for 9 to 10 age groups, and a final 200-meter race for individuals with Down syndrome and mental disability. The Bahrain Authority for Cultural Antiquities organized a lecture entitled The Route to China, Seaborne Exploration in Medieval Islam. The lecture was conducted by Professor Dionysius Agios, Professor Emeritus of Arabic Studies and Islamic Culture at the Institute of Arabic Islamic Studies. The event took place at the Bahrain National Museum.
Public lectures are a very important part of what the Bahrain National Museum presents to the public. We believe in engaging the public with the latest scientific research carried out by numerous researchers, not just on a national level but on a global level. The lecture we're hosting today covers a very important subject, which is the maritime linkages between the Arabian civilizations and China. It's focusing on the maritime Silk Route, something that's very important in shaping cultures both in West Asia and in China. It explores research that has been done from manuscripts, from historic maps, and archaeology as well. It combines all these facts into several publications that have been written by the author and are presented today to the public. This lecture, for example, is a way into engaging with the public and providing them with different knowledge that is up to date and that's relevant to what we do in Bahrain as well, and what we found is of interest to the public.
In his lecture on the journey of Islam during the Old and Middle Ages, Dr. Egius spoke about the journey of Islam through the stories of people who lived during that time and their impression on culture, material, and the commercial importance of the Islamic ships.
So the presentation today was about the route to China and takes us into different routes of understanding this by text, written text, archaeology, iconography. And the point I made in the presentation was that Arabic texts, though they speak at length about the routes and the lands that ships and merchants went to exchange goods and so on, they lack information about the ships themselves. For example, where were these Arabian Indian ships built? So we don't have information about the building yards. We don't have information about, for example, about how these ships were built, the methods, the techniques.
The lecture highlighted the ancient tradition of marine navigation in the Indian Ocean and exploring the sea road to China. Dr. Egius also addressed the various stages of sailing from the Gulf to China.
We don't have information about how they navigated these ships, we have the routes they took, yes. We don't have information about, for example, the rudder, how large the ships were, the weight capacity, the sails that they used. Did they use only square sails or lateen sails, the triangular shape? So these things are lacking in information. So you go to iconography, images, and you see whether they explain this lack you find in text. So sometimes they help, these images, but there are only a few, unfortunately. The best for this is archaeology, shipwrecks. But shipwrecks are few. So the few we have, we treasure, because they tell us a lot about ship construction, and what type of ship and who sailed on it, what goods they were exchanging.
The first part of the lecture dealt with identity of passengers, including both foreign and regional. The aim of travel in that period was for scientific research, pilgrimage, and to discover other civilization.
On the other hand, we know through translations of Chinese works that the information about what I have just said is lacking in the Arabic works. We have detailed accounts of maritime activity. So you have got this unbalance of information that one doesn't. The Chinese works tell us some things that were happening in the Western Indian Ocean. So we know information about certain ports, where they anchored, routes. But we also have information about how they build their ships, where they were built, and so on and so forth. So, but there is that unbalance of information that one doesn't help the other.
Dr. Egius added that it's important to build new horizons of economic and trade ties with countries of the region and China. He explained that the information available about the ship industry is very little, as well as the places of manufacturing, whether in Bahrain, Kuwait, Basra, or Aden, pointing out that the ropes of ships were made of a strong palm. Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority (BTA) has announced the beginning of the cruise ship season with the arrival of Azamara cruises. The cruise ship sailing under the Azamara Quest cruise line had over 600 tourists on board from different nationalities. A tour around the kingdom was organized for the visitors, and they got the chance to visit some of the Bahrain's tourist attractions and learn about its contemporary and ancient sites, including Bahrain International Circuit, Al Jasra Handicraft Center, Bahrain National Museum, Al Fatih Grand Mosque, and Manama Souk. Hosting the cruise ships comes as part of the BTA's long-term strategy to further develop the kingdom's tourism sector under the slogan of Ours Yours, which contributes towards the kingdom's economy and the 2030 economic vision. Bahrain Defense Force (BDF) will implement on Tuesday a joint emergency field exercise in preparation for Bahrain International Air Show 2018 at Sakhr Air Base, in addition to the roads leading to and from the military hospital. The Ministry of Interior, National Guard, Civil Aviation Affairs, and Bahrain Airport Company (BIA) will participate in the exercise. The exercise aims to coordinate and prepare with the various stakeholders to deal with emergency events and evacuating the injured to military hospital, affirming the BDF keenness to conduct such exercises to raise the level of preparedness. The Minister of Industry, Commerce and Tourism and Chairman of the Board of SMEs Development, Mr. Zaid Al-Zayani, paid an inspection visit to the Export Bahrain Center, which will be inaugurated on Sunday, 11th of November 2018. Export Bahrain Center is considered one of the most important initiatives of SMEs Development Board. It aims to create leading industries capable to export worldwide competitively and benefit from bilateral and international agreement, as well as enhancing the use of information technology in improving quality and efficiency of the services. Royal Charity Organization RCO Secretary General Dr. Mustafa Al-Sayed has praised the role of Gulf Petrochemical Industries Company GPIC President Dr. Abdurrahman Jawahri in supporting charitable and humanitarian work and in serving the community in Bahrain. Speaking at the Developing Creative Power and Management Skills event organized by the RCO, he said Dr. Jawahri's support for these organizations and RCO in particular contributing to the social development of Bahrain. Dr. Al-Sayed spoke of Dr. Jawahri's outstanding leadership and dedication of GPIC. He said that the company is known for its social and humanitarian work carried out as part of its social responsibility to the Bahrain society. He said this had made GPIC and its management a role model at all levels. Dr. Al-Sayed said Dr. Jawahri, a distinguished Bahraini figure, had placed the success of GPIC operations as a priority without compromising on the support of the company provides to the society. He said Dr. Jawahri is keen to support the community and its institutions. He also interested in supporting sustainable development issues. Today, GPIC has become a most important national company keen to contribute to develop the Bahraini society by supporting several programs, activities, and events, he said. Dr. Jawahri thanked Dr. Al-Sayed for his generosity and appreciated the important role that RCO plays in meeting the needs of Bahraini society by providing all possible support to enable them to meet life's changes. He expressed his gratitude for the royal patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the honorary president of the Royal Charity Organization, and His Majesty's interest and patronage of charitable and humanitarian work within and outside Bahrain. He said GPIC would continue to support society in any way it can. Dr. Jawahri appreciated the efforts of RCO Chairman of the Board of Trustees, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to provide charitable and humanitarian work to all needy people around the world. The event was discussed the principles of successful management and its importance in leadership. It also spoke of methods of dealing with employees according to their strength and excellence to reach the desired goal.